To find out more about all of this, I spoke to Song Zhang. He is a chief correspondent for the Shanghai Wen Hui Daily. Now, he began by talking about Beijing's position on South China Sea sovereignty.
This South China Sea issue is purely an issue between China and other claimants. And U.S. is not a claimant in this South China Sea issue. And more importantly, China has been taking different actions to try to calm down the situation in South China Sea. One is that we are drafting this code of conduct with other claimants, and one is we are trying to see the opportunities for joint exploitation of energy in South China Sea with Philippines and other countries. China believes U.S. to send their navy, their carriers for freedom of navigation is not necessary. It's even making the situation to be more complicated.
And flashpoints, the DPRK, the situation there, obviously that's an issue that everybody in the world's focused on. What did he have to say about that?
The peace process in the peninsula is moving fast, and China strongly encourages this process. We want to see America and North Korea to have a kind of dialogue as soon as possible, and we want denuclearization finally in this area, and we want reconciliation and peace in this region.
The United States and China have this interesting relationship, and then there's cooperation in some cases, competition in others, which makes foreign policy difficult when you're the foreign minister. It's even more complicated in the age of Trump. What did he have to say about the relationship, this dynamic between the United States and China?
China said repeatedly, we want cooperation, we want dialogues to solve this problem, but China is ready to retaliate if there will be any sanctions or tariff against China on trade.
One final question. We see the United States retreating, having more of a protectionist kind of point of view. Of course, China, a proponent of globalization. As the United States takes a step back from the world stage, what do you see for China moving forward? How much more important are they going to be on the world stage, would you say?
I think China will continue to advocate for a free trade in the world area, and I think European countries, many other countries are already criticizing Mr. Trump's protectionism, and China is also working with Asian countries to seal a RCEP agreement within this year, and we are supportive to TPP 11 in this Asia-Pacific area. We hope one day Mr. Trump and the U.S. government will realize free trade is a good thing for America, for every country in the world. And I think before that, China will be working together with like-minded countries to advocate for free trade.